Today marks 1525th day of daily lessons, daily reflections. And today I speak about relationships, maybe intimate relationships, maybe friendships, but specifically about unconditional love. I really love this topic because I truly believe that every single person deserves respect. Every single person deserves unconditional love, but it's very unique perspective. Maybe every single person has this perspective, but you potentially could unconditional love somebody, but still need to cut that person out with full love. Because unconditional love doesn't have rules. Unconditional love doesn't mean self-sacrificing. Unconditional love doesn't mean keeping someone in your life when you know that is not right. Unconditional love means that you love that person no matter what. You don't hate that person. It doesn't mean that you need to accept their behavior, but it means that you really care about that person. You want the best for that person, but at the same time, you're not willing to really put your neck for that relationship. So today we'll share what what kind of expectations should we have from relations. I think that there's so much more, but I really want to really dig deeper and understand, okay, what are the key aspects that I should expect from relations? Because if I don't get those kind of things, so what do I get? Because I love it when you think about games, basketball, soccer, it has rules. There's no rules, there's no game, there's no winners, no losers. There's just people randomly running around. And I think that the relationship is exactly the same way. We need to have those boundaries. We need to have those rules. We need to understand where you score the goal and where you are actually are missing the point. Where are you making fouls? Maybe you're supposed to get a red flag in your relationship and you are kicked out of the game. I think that's extremely important. And I think that we need to understand that relations is like soccer, where you can potentially get yellow card, and then if you get second yellow card, you're out of the game. But at the same time, you know that there is a goal where you're able to score. And today I want to speak about where is that? Where is that? Those goals. So what are the attributes of scoring a goal in a relationship? And tomorrow I probably will focus on the yellow flags. There's of course red flags, but now like it's very interesting because there's some yellow flags that if you keep getting those yellow flags, you will be kicked out of the game. You will be kicked out of that relationship with love, with respect, no hate, no nothing. But again, this will be for tomorrow. So what I think that's true friendship supposed to bring when there's because you can be like in a relationship and there's no scoring in a relationship. You're just running around. But when you have those attributes, then you know that this relationship is scoring goals into my life. Number one is emotional presence. I think that this is again, this is supposed to expect from every single relationship. It could be from wife, husband, just from any kind of friend. You expect it. They will be emotionally present. Now I know that it's high expectation. Unfortunately, that's what that I say that is a high expectation because majority of people just didn't learn how to be present with themselves yet. So how are we supposed to expect that they will be present emotionally with you? I think that's again maybe that comes with age. I know that there's a lot of people who are emotional present, but I think that when you really look into the people that I guess 80-20 rule, and I think 20% of people actually able to be emotional present, and I'm thinking that 80% of people are not emotional present. They don't invest time to really be present. But again, this is again when you score a goal in a relationship, when you have a relationship very emotionally present, when you're able to listen with care, offer empathy, and really have that space for the honesty. And it's really extremely important. Number two is companionship. And I think that being able to really share life ordinary things together. I think that sometimes we just forget how is Small things, small conversations, small inside jokes, small routines, small memories really matters in a grand scheme of things. Sometimes we think that complex things really makes life, but I learned and I still learning that those small things, those companionship things that you experience on a daily basis, every single day, those small thing routines that really makes life. So I think that we're supposed to seek that companionship to experience those small things. Those small things becomes much more meaningful when you have companion to like experience those even smallest things. Number three is support and encouragement. That's again, this is a massive goal. That's a that's a massive goal in soccer. Right? It's a massive goal in relations. When you go to a person and is able to be support and encouragement. When you have a bad day, you know that you will be supported. When you have a safety net, when you know that you're able to really go and share your ideas, and those ideas will be encouraged, supported, not questioned. Are you really able to capable? Are you capable of achieving that? You tried last time, it didn't work out. Why do you think that it will work this time? Rather than question it, rather than supporting it, people question it. Maybe this is trying them to help, but they don't understand what help is. Help is support and encouragement. That's I think that's the only thing that people need. Celebrate the wins with you, and and I will be there. Number four is stability and reliability, and that means that you know that when you will need some support, they will be there. You know that they will be stable, reliable, depend. You're able to depend on that. They will be there because sometimes you can say, okay, this friend sometimes is there, sometimes not. They have a message that they sometimes respond within a month, sometimes never respond. You don't know if they will be there for you. There's no stability, no reliability. You don't know if you're able to depend on them. But true friendship, true relationship, you know that when you will need some support, they will be there. They will drive 3 hours in case if needed, because that's what true friendship or true relationship does for each other. They do inconvenient things just to make sure to be there for you. I think that's what friendship is. Friendship is when it's needed, you're willing to inconvenience yourself for other person. Because I think that if you're not French, if you don't care about that person, oh, this is not inconvenient for me, so I will not do it. Someone else will help it, not me. But if we have a true relationship, then you know that you are willing to inconvenience yourself for other. And I think that's a part of stability and reliability. Next one is honest perspective. That means that when you really go to a person, honest perspective means is that when you tell the truth with kindness, but again, this is truth is we need to understand. Okay, what is truth as an opinion? So when we really go through that, what is truth as opinion? So when we know that something is fact and they are doing something against that fact, then we need to make sure that we tell the truth with kindness. But when you think about opinion, sometimes okay, like person comes with a business idea, you never built a business idea, but you say that that business idea sucks. Where, how do you know that business sucks? You never had built a business. That is your opinion. So this is not truth. This is not you sharing the truth with kindness. That's ignorance. But when a person comes and shares something that you are expert in, and you know that they are doing something not right, that means that's the time to really have that honest perspective and share with kindness. Share from caring. Next thing that I think is that's common sense is shared values and interests. I think that when you have relations, we need to understand that we need to have something in common ground. And those values are probably the most important thing. Okay, what do we really care about? When we make decisions, because when, so like I heard as well stories where one person in a business care about just money alone, other person cares about serving people. When decisions needs to be made, there will be clash. There's clash in values. So when you have a relationship in a business relationship, those values needs to be aligned and discussed. Okay, what do we care about? When do we make decisions? What value will be the highest priority. And I think that's when you design that, I think that's as easy to say, oh, we have clarity. When we go through life difficulties, we'll make similar decisions because our value priority list is very similar. The next one is care and consideration. And again, this is again just given that you need to care about other person and consider about other person needs, because sometimes I know that relations is almost like transactional. You give and I give, you give and I give. This is not caring about other person. This is business. And that's true. Sometimes it could be, but I think that we need to understand that every single both of them need to understand this is a business transaction. This is a business relationship. Because one person could perhaps say like, "This is my friend. This is my significant other." Other, this is just my transaction. I gave you something. You gave me something in return. And I think that's the thing. And this is a not caring consideration. That's just this is a person who fills my needs. And I think that's totally different. Next one, I think that is extremely important is mutual effort. And this again, this is given. If you want to have a relationship that works, I mean both sides needs to give and take, give and take. I really love the analogy of breathing. And you breathe in and you breathe out. And relation is supposed to be that's the same way to be. You're not able to and still keep breathing. No, you're not able to do that. So that means that there's give and take. And there's a lot of different gives and takes are in relations, but there's mutual effort. There's the most important part, effort. Doesn't matter that you need to give the same thing. It means that you need to put effort. And that's the most important part. The next one is joy and lightness. I think that sometimes we can have a relationship, but that doesn't bring neither joy, neither lightness. I think every single relation that you have needs to lighten up, bring joy, bring bliss, happiness, bring purpose. It needs to bring emotions that are positive. Now, could it be that it will bring once in 100 times some negative emotions? 100%. But in general, 99% of the time, we need to bring joy. You need to lighten up you. You need to make it easier, not more difficult. I think that's as easy as sometimes the most simple way to really ask is the relationship worth is like is this relationship is energizing me or draining me? And if it's draining you, that's why keep something in your life that drains your energy? That's a question that every single person needs to answer, because I know that sometimes we keep people because we love them. Unconditional love, as I said, is very important. But again, if you love unconditional love, it doesn't mean that you allow someone to drain your energy. That joy and lightness is a high level expectation of any relationship. And the last one that I think is extremely important is that growth through connection. That means that a person that is the work that you are with needs to inspire you to get better, to improve, not with judgment. Oh, you're such a loser. You're such a child. You just people, your people, your age is not supposed to do this way. Like there's a lot of small criticism and judgment could be to push someone into change. That is not growth through love. This is not growth through friendship. This is not growth through caring. This is pushing into something that person that is not ready yet or doesn't want yet. True friendship, true relationship, true significant other is inspiring people. When people are coming and say, like, this is what I learned, and you share with excitement what you learn about yourself, what you are getting better at. That's is inspiration. That's like I am inspired by learning new things. And if you don't say that if you will learn and if you will learn, you will feel the same way. But no, like I think that sometimes like monkey see, monkey do. If you see that you are getting better, like at some point, it will not happen overnight. Sometimes it's just a planting a seed that there's something as growth could make so much joy. And that's that seed with nourishment at some point might bring a massive tree with massive roots. Because in potential, like, oh, like I shared all the things that I'm working on, but they still don't work on themselves. That's all fine. You don't know what's going inside, and I think that one of the most beautiful analogies is egg growth. Like when there's an egg and inside there's like a chicken. Nobody knows what's happening in that unless, of course, you're going for a light now. You're able to see it, but from outside in, you're not able to see what's going on in that egg, and there's so much going on. Especially when you start growing as well, most people don't see the growth that you are going through. Only you can feel there are things that is growing inside. That eagle will get out of that eggshell and grow into a massive eagle. And I think that's like extremely important to understand that we need to inspire people to change and allow them to really go through their own period of change when they will want to really even share. So that people don't want to share that they are growing, improving until they feel comfortable with that idea by themselves. So I hope you to reflect as well because it's such an important topic. Really unconditional love, but still has conditions to keep that person in your life. I think that is important. Those are important things because if something is not right, I think that you're able to love it, love the person, but you do not accept their behavior. And we need to seek some expectations from that relationship as well. So today I'll share more about what you're supposed to expect, and tomorrow I will speak more about yellow flags. Okay, what we're supposed to not see in a relationship. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.